With everything going on in America today, we forget how beautiful our country is. As a new book offers a breathtaking celebration of our nation's unique cultural history through stunning photographs, intricate maps, and more. It's Journey Through the Beauty of America with National Geographic. And here to talk about it is Editor in Chief of National Geographic and Editorial Director of National Geographic Partners, Susan Goldberg. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, with National Geographic's extensive archive of beautiful and iconic photographs, why did you decide to compile and publish America the Beautiful?
Well, we decided to do this book a few years ago. And when we made that decision, we knew we were going to publish in the fall of 2020, which, of course, was going to be a difficult time politically. So we thought this was a great way to remind people of the beauty of the country coming into a divisive political period. Of course, we had no way of knowing we would also, at the same time, be confronting this terrible pandemic and a difficult racial reckoning. So the book is published at a time when I think it's a great reminder of the beauty of the country, of the diversity of the country, and of all of the things that we really love about the United States.
And you've got that right, definitely. Now, the book takes its inspiration from the poem turned song America the Beautiful, and it gives background on the woman who wrote it and how she was inspired. How was that incorporated in the book?
Well, the poem America the Beautiful, we all know the first stanza, but it's actually four stanzas long. And it's, sprinkled in throughout the book. And the woman who wrote it is a young woman named Catherine Lee Bates, and she wrote it in 1893. And she takes us with her on a train trip that she took then from Boston to Colorado. So when she talks about for amber waves of grain, she's really talking about what she saw out that train window in Kansas. And when she talks about for purple mountain majesties, it describes her first view of the Rocky Mountains. So we use the poem to, virtually take people on a journey across America. And of course, right now, none of us can actually go on that journey. So I'm doubly glad that this book is out right now.
You're absolutely right. We can't go on that journey right now. Now, there are important Americans who wrote odes to their states. Which are some of your favorites?
Oh, there were so many. I happen to really love what LeBron James said about Ohio, his home state. LeBron James, the famous basketball player, he could live anywhere. But here's what he says about Ohio. He says, "Before anyone ever cared where I played basketball, I was a kid from Northeast Ohio. In Northeast Ohio, nothing is given, everything is earned. You work for what you have. No matter where I go in the world, Ohio will always be home." And we have similar sentiments from, people who come from and feel strongly about all 50 states, the six territories, and Washington, D.C. And again, it's just another reminder of what makes the country so interesting and so important and really just so beautiful.
I'm here in Missouri, so Missouri, of course, is the show me state. So definitely show me. Susan, with all what you just talked about, racial disparity, the election that's been going on, and COVID 19, what do you want Americans to take away?
Well, I hope we just are able to remember that we have a lot more in common, that we have a lot more that unites us and binds us together than divides us. And just reading all four stanzas of this poem, written 2 centuries ago, um, is really fascinating. What Catherine Lee Bates did was not just write that first famous stanza, but she also talked that celebrates the country, but she also talked about difficulties in the country. In the fourth stanza of the poem, she writes, "Thine alabaster cities gleam undimmed by human tears." So by alabaster cities, she was talking about Chicago, but she's talking about human tears because she's also acknowledging in the poem the difficulties that the country faced then and now, of course. So I think it's a great reminder that what we're going through is a hard time, but these hard times, there have always been hard times, and this too shall pass. And this is just a great way to sit back and page through a beautiful recitation of what it is to be an American.
Susan Goldberg, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking about National Geographic's book, America the Beautiful.
Thank you.